From SNN Local News, this is breaking news.
Well, we've been following that breaking news out of Port Charlotte. Deputy Michael Wilson was shot and killed by a suspect while responding to a domestic disturbance call. And right now, I believe on the line we have Veronica Vella. She's our producer who was inside that apartment complex, the Lakes of Toscana, when all this was going down. Veronica, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Veronica, what's the scene at this hour? What do you see?
The scene has calmed down in terms of the number of police cars present, but moments ago, an armored SWAT car just came in. It had rescue on it, so I'm not sure what they're doing with that car. I know it's going toward the back, past the barricaded area, and I also saw an officer carrying packs of water, so I don't think the SWAT team is going anywhere anytime soon.
And what you're looking at, there are exclusive pictures that Veronica has been sending us. She's been inside that scene. They're keeping the news media well away from this at the Bank of America on Veterans Boulevard, way away from this scene as it continues to unfold. Are you hearing any information about this suspect, this gunman who allegedly killed Wilson?
I have not heard any information. I do know that this originally started as a domestic disturbance call. That's what an officer told me. Another special operations vehicle, armored truck, has just rolled through along with more police cars from Sarasota County.
And we know a lot about Corporal Michael Wilson. We know he was a 20-year member of the agency. He was only 42 years old. Some tweets have been coming out saying he does have children. And I've been told the Fraternal Order of Police is responding to the scene. Obviously, there's going to be a full funeral for him as we go through the coming days, but a real tragic scene. And Veronica, you've been on the scene when it first started. How did this all unfold? How did you get wind of it?
I actually know someone. My boyfriend lives in this apartment complex. I started hearing sirens. I thought it was coming from Kings Highway. The sirens started getting louder and a lot closer. Came outside to see what was going on, and there was just chaos going on. Police cars, it started with just a few at first, and more have come in. Now there's fire and EMS, several police cars, and undercover cars as well.
And Veronica, if you can see, we've been told that possibly the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is on scene as well, assisting in this case. What do you know about that?
I see cars from Charlotte County. I just saw one from Northport, I believe, and Sarasota County has just rolled in an armored car as well.
So an armored car on the scene right now. So obviously still a very active scene out there, Veronica. Anything else? Now, earlier you mentioned that there were some strategic conversations going on with a couple and maybe a deputy. Do you want to review that, please?
Yes, I did hear one couple telling an officer that there is a way to get from the top apartment to the bottom apartment through the attic and a tunnel that's normally used for electricians and cable work, but I saw him relay that information to another officer, so I'm not sure how they used that, but I did see that he was very interested in that, and he did relay that to other officers.
And do you see any people outside? Are deputies telling people to stay inside or stay away from the crime scene? Are you seeing anybody outside at this hour?
There was a lot more people before, a lot of neighbors out here. It has calmed down a little bit, but police they set up a barricade, and once that barricade was set up, they told everyone to just stay back behind the line and that no one was allowed through at that time. I do know a couple was walking their dog, and they live in the same apartment building where it happened, but they have not said anything. They're told they can't go back, so they're just stuck outside.
So they are still outside waiting for this. Again, Corporal Michael Wilson of the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, fatally wounded by gunfire tonight. We've been telling you about it. A 20-year veteran of the agency who was just 42. Witnesses say it happened at the Lakes of Toscana apartment where you've been seeing these pictures. That's off Veterans Boulevard in Port Charlotte, if you're familiar with that area. And tweets we've been following say he does have several children. Deputies were responding to a domestic abuse call before the fatal shots rang out. And we do know the SWAT team is on scene. You just heard Veronica talk about an armored carrier. So a lot of things still happening at this hour. And right now, you can keep it here on SNN Local News. We're going to have updates for you as we go through the evening.